So I am, among other things, I am the costume designer for Gloucester Public Schools, the high school and for the middle school, and have been for, okay, more than 15 years. So every show is different, every cast is different. This is, this is last spring. Sometimes your characters aren't human. This is household furnishings. So this is Cogsworth and Lumiere from Disney's Beauty and the Beast. Now you see the movie, like Cogsworth is like small, he's a mental clock. I have to stick to human size of my characters. Not necessarily human shape, but this is the middle school production. Middle schoolers, they're an interesting bunch. Here's another one, not human shape. These are the trees from The Wizard of Oz, with the Antoine Village Players. Now, these people had to walk on stage as trees, and they had to throw things. So their costumes are foam, but they're fairly flexible, and they can get around. These two girls, believe it or not, are the same age, the same height, and have the same build. One of them is playing a 10-year-old, one of them is playing a 40-year-old. So the goal for costuming here was to conceal as much as possible a curvy figure and make her look like a child. We had a platform that we stood the girl up in the back to make her look a little older. This is from Music Man at the high school. The director in this case wanted 2 sets of costumes for everybody. Thank you very much. The first set was, we don't want any color. They're very boring and introverted. And by the end, we want everybody in color. So you had to build everything twice. So you're telling the story. You're telling the script story, but you're also telling the director's story. Now, what can you learn from a costume? Okay, who, what, where, and when. Not the why, that's the script. But this guy, you can tell he's a guy, he's European, 17th century, not from around here, and pretty rich, right? So this is Count Orsino from Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. And this, totally different. Next year we did back to the 80s. We put out a call for like leftover prom gowns, and in 24 hours, I kid you not, 6 feet tall, jewel-toned satin everywhere. That was a fun show though. But who knew? People were hoarding, they didn't want to throw them out, but they kept them for 20 years. This is from Crazy for You. Now sometimes you're gonna have a cast of 100. For the middle school, you'll have 2 or even 3 casts. In this case, the dancers, there are 8 dancers. Each of them has 6 complete costume changes. So these are not works of art. You don't get up close to these costumes. They're not beautiful up close. They're meant to be seen en masse. This is from Willy Wonka. Some of the shows are fun. So in this case, there's no set. All you see is those little colored bars. So the story progresses from room to room. So the Oompa Loompas, they change color as they go along. So the chocolate room, they're chocolate colored. If they're, they go through the various candy colors and they're doing little motions in the background. So that place the costume is. This is Alice in Wonderland. The 2 costumes on the left in stripes, that's Tweedledee and Tweedledum. They're an optical illusion. When you see them standing next to each other, their costumes are not symmetric. And as they turn, it looks like there's 3 of them turning in a circle instead of 2. That was actually a lot of fun. This is, okay, directors love the magic of changing on stage. Ooh, isn't that fun? The costume designer, I swear he was in the background going, oh my God, oh my God. Because you know what can go wrong. The actor's gonna trip, the costume's not gonna come off, it's gonna rip, something's terrible's gonna happen. This is Cinderella going from rags to riches in Asheville at the high school. And fortunately, it went well. This poor gentleman is Dr. Jekyll on the left. He doesn't really have much chance. He took his jacket off and on so many times during that show, and he ruffled up his hair. That's really all you can do. But Victorian costumes, I love Victorian costumes. Okay, animals. There are a lot of animals in theater. I did not realize until I started this job. Number 1, dragons. There are more dragons than you possibly believe. Number 2 is wolves. Number 3 is lions. And then number 4 is mice. It's a big drop off. I'm not sure what that says about human nature, but it says something. So this is dragon number 7 from Shrek. This is a seagull from Little Mermaid at the high school. Now this kid had to both flap his wings, which are he's got about a 9-foot wingspan, but he also needs his hands free to hold things. So we had armatures built into him so he could flap his wings. And all the other actors learned to give him about 4-foot leeway because he kept whacking them with his wings. This is Lion King, which is probably the most ambitious I've ever been. We hand-painted all the fabric for 100 kids. We had a team of about 10 kids. The masks the kids made for me out of paper mache and milk jugs. But the costumes they're wearing are t-shirts that we hand dyed and then cut and pieced. For the giraffe, I made the giraffe first in white, took it all apart and laid it out like a pelt on the floor, and then it was hand dyed so that it reassembled. All the features were in the right place. It doesn't weigh anything. They're made of foam and duct tape, but they're really incredibly awkward because they're about 6 feet above these kids' heads. So these kids are clutching onto their helmets for dear life. This is princesses. That's the other thing. A lot of animals, a lot of princesses, and weirdly a lot of dead people in theater. So this is probably about the 50th princess costume I've done. This is from Once Upon a Mattress. Nobody wants to be queen. You see the woman in the background glaring? That's the queen. Nobody wants to be the queen. Okay, so dead people. The back row is all dead people. This is from Milan. The armor that the kids are wearing is pleather because you really can't put them in real armor. Their costumes are made out of t-shirts. I mean, this was a hilarious show. Just so you know, if you ever need to do Chinese medieval helmets, you take a G.I. Joe helmet and turn it backwards and have fun. This is my favorite era to design for. This is, this is Edwardian, actually. So that's Mary Poppins, of course, and Jane and Michael. It's just the prettiest stuff. People will donate like doilies that their great aunt made for them. They're in that show. They make the collars and the cuffs and all that. We have some, I repurpose things all over the place. Okay, so the kid on the left is the 13-year-old girl. The kid on the right is a 13-year-old girl, too. She's playing Farquaad, the middle-aged man. In theater, you can be anybody, and you can be or anything. There's lots of things, and I get to design for all of them.